Hey everyone, I'm Royal.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is Exposed. Episode 14. Okay, we probably can't swear in like the first 10 seconds. That's probably not good.
Yeah.
But
we're just trying to give you guys energy.
Exactly.
Last few episodes we've been coming off
a little tired,
but we are rested.
Yeah. Yeah,
one of us is
so
rested.
No, I'll rally really, really quickly right now. Okay, I'm good. Okay,
All right. Well, today's topics, we are giving you an update for public records. Actually, it was Poo Poo Gaga. Tattoo appointments have been scheduled.
Trump's military birthday parade sucked. Flop. Boo. Tomato. Also,
are we surprised?
No. Zohran Mamdani might actually win the NYC mayoral election.
And my heart.
Yeah. Oh my God. Does Max know about that?
It's okay. He doesn't watch.
Cuomo sucks. That's no surprise.
Fights breaking out in the White House.
Oh my God.
Kylie Jenner, is she a girl's girl? Answer's no.
Spoiler alert, no. Spoiler alert, no. I'm wearing some fancy club. I feel like literally we're like 1 week off on wearing this stuff. Like last week you had the fancy club. But I got it at the same pop-up that, obviously we both went to. I really like the neckline. I love like a good tight neckline. And then just like a nice baby tee, obviously. And then I'm wearing my nice diesel low-rise bootcut jeans. Like, God, I love these because they are like true low rise. Like these babies go low sometimes. And I feel like I'm out in public and I'm like, ooh, are these like too much? But they never are. Like they literally look so sexy, I feel like.
No, literally I saw you across the street one time and I was like, wow, these jeans look so good.
Damn, thank you. I know, I love that they like really show off the hips, you know? It's
no,
so
now
fun.
you gotta like get a tattoo here.
I know, right? I really do. Okay, talk about what you're wearing.
So I have like vintage ass Dolce & Gabbana on. It's from the Real, so like I have no remorse, so it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
we hate Dolce & Gabbana, but you know.
Like horrible people, but it was a vibe. But I will say it's like the most ill-fitting little outfit ever. It's actually a dress that was like down to my ankles and then I cut it and I cut it way too short. So like now I can't even wear it as dress.
Oh
but
gosh.
it's cute. I like put it in.
It's not a bad top.
Yeah, I'll tuck it in as a top and then the boobs don't fit at all. So the girls are being a little supported by some socks. And then just
back
the
to middle school.
Jorts.
Shout out the jorts. Oh, also, I have this really nice like front jewelry piece by this Ukrainian designer, Gaia Eskrinam, which I'm like, shout out, support Ukraine. Obviously, right now I'll put a link to them in the description. It's got this like, I don't know. It's called like Tiger something in the middle. Okay. What we've been up to, and full disclosure, we got a lot of cuts at the start of this video. At the start of the pod, we got a lot of things going on, but whatever. Who cares?
Been a little disruptive, but that's fine.
That's what happens. Okay, we went to public records. Listen.
Tomato. I was wrong.
I honestly had a really fun time, but girl, I'm like, why are you coming to the club if you don't want to dance? And like, why are you like giving weird looks to the people who are dancing? Because like 70,000 white girls just like looking uncomfortable with their drink, being like, ugh, like what's going on? And I'm like, bitch, it's a full dance floor. Like, why aren't you shaking ass? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know. The crowd was like, ugh.
It
like,
was not good.
Usually when I've gone, it's been not like a full house. It was like pretty empty and chill. So that's why I was like raving about it. But I think it was like a fluke. Like, I think I just got lucky.
See,
or it's the events, because like
the
events I had gone to were like great and it was not that crowd at all. And so then when I'm like hyping it up, bringing all my friends to it, of course it's a flop. And I was like devastated.
Listen, no, I really enjoyed that it was super full. But I'm like, also, I feel like the Baileys that you had before
Max,
the coffee.
Like, created like a concoction cocktail with like coffee and Baileys, and it just made me want to throw up. Like, we were on the dance floor and I was just like, ooh.
No, literally I was looking at you and I was like, okay, we gotta go home. Like,
yeah, and I was in my little no, I wasn't in the fancy club top. If I was, I would have like puked, but I was okay. I had like me and Zoe had our little fans out, and we were just like, that actually is probably what saved me from being like fully sick.
It was so sweaty. Honestly, probably one of the sweatiest dance floors I was on. Like, we were in there and I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, it was like one of those experiences when you're out dancing and then like all the men are like brushing up behind you, putting their hands on your back. And I was like, that shit makes me want to fight.
Oh no, so many men did that to me too. There was a guy who was trying to encroach onto your and Max's space, and then literally I just went right behind him and definitely like shouldered and butt checked him, like kind of hard to be like, don't run into us, bitch. Like,
yeah, I start playing like full aggressive like soccer, like beating the hell out of people.
I become an unmovable object. Like, I will plant my feet. If someone's trying to like back into me, I'll be like, no. This is my space. Like, you are not getting me to move, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, as a 5'4" shawty with like heels on, like I don't really have that ability to stand my ground. I know,
I'm lucky.
I do like, you know, as a soccer girly, I've always had the like ability to like check people. Exactly. So I'd be doing that.
Yeah, you do that to me all the time.
Yeah. And everyone should get checked, you know?
Okay.
All right, now we're fighting.
No.
All right.
Babe, I got my tattoo appointment. Woo! Okay, it's literally going to be... Oh my God, it's going to be actually the day the podcast comes out on Friday. So I'll be able to show it out next podcast, which I'm like so excited about. We're getting the doll tattoo right on my left thigh, which I'm just so excited about. And I know I'm like, this is going to be good because I haven't had any like horrible like, it's 1 a.m. and I'm laying in my bed being like, what am I doing? Like, why am I getting this? Like,
no, it's going to be like the day of.
Yeah, no, honestly though. But this is like my third attempt at like being like, I'm going to get a tattoo. And I always was like, okay, it's always like third time's the charm where I'm actually going to get it. Cause I feel like the past 2 times I just like, I didn't think the things I wanted to get were dumb, but they just didn't connect to me that much.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited. And I'm excited to show that off next podcast because that bitch is gonna be cunt, okay? And I can't wait to like, I don't know, I would say like go to the beach, but all the stuff all the stuff I was looking at was like, do not let it in the sun in like the first 3 weeks. And trust and believe this is going to be the best kept tattoo ever because I want this to look good. Like, I am going to try my hardest at being just super good. And also, like, I already moisturize my whole body after I, like, get out of the shower. So this bitch is going to be thirsty, not over moisturized. I've been doing some research, basically. Okay. So I'm, like, a professional now.
What's the, like, mental like state of going into this for the pain? What are you thinking?
I have no clue. That is something I'm like a little scared about, but at the same time, I'm just like, there is like no going back for me. And listen, if it was like super insanely painful, then everybody wouldn't be getting tattoos. So I'm just like,
I think you're getting it on a good spot. Like there's enough fat in that area that it won't hurt.
I'm just like,
too bad.
Okay, breathe. Like, I feel like I can be good at just kind of like really compartmentalizing and being like, okay, getting my brain out of it. Also, you know, I'm not scared of needles. You know, like I stab myself for estrogen every week, basically. So that doesn't freak me out.
What's the size you're doing? Like this big?
Like probably like this big.
Okay.
Like 6x4 is what I told the lady, but I kind of was like, oh. At the same time, like, let's wait until the day of the appointment just because I know it always looks different, like, when you get the stencil on.
Yeah, when I went, like, she printed it in a few sizes so I could see and, like, hold it up to it. So it was like, they'll probably do that.
Yeah, like, we'll figure it out. But I also just trying to be like, listen, no remorse. Like, this is something permanent, which I don't do a lot. I am, like, not a person who's like, I'm going to do something that's, like, ultra committed and like this is gonna be for forever. So I'm really just like, I gotta be committed to this. If it's literally gonna be on my body for forever, I'm not trying to regret this, you know? But I'm excited, and it is, like I said, it's just like a new experience, you know? I for a long time didn't like think I was gonna get any tattoos. Partially just because I don't know, like all the stuff I saw, I just like didn't really ever connect with like any of the styles and things. Um, but yeah, this one that I'm getting, I'm just so excited about it. And yeah, no regrets. No
Yeah,
regrets.
that's the next one. I really love it though. I think the style you picked is so cool.
Right,
And actually, I
right.
don't think, how are you gonna show it off? You're gonna have to wear like really short
Oh,
shorts.
completely,
Yeah, but like
completely.
it's gonna like scab a little bit.
Yes, yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's probably gonna look like shit when I'm
Yeah,
showing it
yeah,
off.
like maybe wait another week. But
Whatever.
I feel like only in the parts that are like sort of thick, like
Okay, okay.
when it like towards the ends of the words because it's in script,
Yeah,
not
well,
scripture.
exactly.
It'll like I in my like what I've seen because I had a roommate in college that did his entire like from fingernails to like neck,
Really?
like super crazy tattoos and like only really like the very thick lines were like scabbing. So you
Okay.
might not even get that. Like I didn't get any scabbing with my tattoo.
Oh, interesting.
Actually healed so well, but I did get a little
Yeah.
bit sick because it like attacks your immune system.
That's what I've heard. So I'm like, okay, and I know beforehand, like, have a great meal, like, make sure I'm hydrated. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
like
trying to faint at this thing. Like,
No,
that would be
yeah.
worst case scenario.
You need to like bulk up like for
Totally.
this like specifically like I would get like Gatorade and stuff the day before like electrolytes
okay.
in the morning. That's what I had because it was like I just like ate a big breakfast. I had a granola
Totally.
bar and protein bar, bunch of water, Powerade and stuff before I went, and I was like needing to pee all the time. But
That's the thing is I'm like, okay, I really got to combat that. But
it's more important that you're feeling okay because it's like
100%.
like going to get like 6 piercings and then being like passing out.
Oh my God. I'm definitely like, I'm just trying to set myself up for success so much because I don't want to F this. Like, I want the artist to be I want to accommodate her as much as possible. Like, it's going on my body for forever. Like, I want it to be the best that it can be.
Also, like, weird, and I don't know, like, just from when I did it, because I also did on my leg here, I would not wear heels to this appointment, because, like, the shoes you're wearing, I wore something similar, and my foot was, like, not comfortable. Like, I was, like, pointed the whole time.
I'm wearing the Solomons.
Yeah.
I literally was, like, in my bed being like, okay, like, how, like, can I be in this position that they're probably going to position me for, like, a long time? And I feel like since it's, like, the leg and it's definitely, like, a big canvas.
They're probably laid down. Yeah.
That's the thing. But, yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, like, I'm really nervous, but it's the good type of nervousness. It's not the, like, oh, my God, I'm going to regret this. And, like, obviously spending a good amount of money on it. But yeah, this is something I'm not gonna regret. Like, bitch, I'm a doll. Like, I'm trying to get that inscribed onto my body, okay? So I'm excited. Anyways.
Wait, also I'm forgetting, are you doing the placement like doll this way or like that way?
No, so I'm having doll where it's like going kind of from like down up, basically. So like if you're looking at it, it's gonna be like DOLL.
Okay, I love that.
Because I feel like I want people to be able to read it, you know, like less
for you.
Exactly.
Like that when people get tattoos that are like upside down
right.
so that they can read it.
No, I'm like, I want bitches to know, okay? And yeah, like I don't know, like I thought about kind of doing it like across my thigh, but I don't want that.
No,
you know?
I think the way you're doing it is gonna look really good.
Right.
And I like the size is big because like I'm not a fan of like micro tats really.
Totally.
I like when like you see your whole body and you can see like the composition of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm about to become a bad bitch.
Yeah, she's got to be baddie.
Exactly. Sexy as fuck.
Not to like ride on your coattails, but Max and I like on Friday went to get like drinks, and then I had like one dirty martini outside, and then I was like emailing my tattoo artist. So I'm like really fingers crossed. She hasn't responded to me yet, but I like sent her my idea, and which is like this like gothic church on my foot.
Oh yeah.
I think she's gonna respond like, "Bitch, what the fuck? Like, you cannot put a like church on a foot."
Oh my God.
Maybe she will. It's very much her style, so I think like we'll come up with something really cool. I am like kind of contemplating, like, do I want, like, a symbol of Christianity on there? But it's, like, really just the vibe.
Yeah, I think so. I think, like, the stuff we've looked at before, it's not.
Yeah, but I am so nervous about the pain. Like, I am thinking of, like, asking or looking up, like, some kind of, like, numbing cream.
Totally.
Because, like, foot, there's so many nerve endings there that it's, like, one of the most painful. And I've only had one that's not, like, as complicated, I would say.
I feel like you got it in, like, kind of a painful spot, right?
Yeah, like, the end of it, it's like a flower, so, like, the stem is mostly on my leg, but then, like, the actual flower is, like, right on my bone. So that was painful, but not unbearable. I do remember, like, there was a clock there, and I would just, like, I this time I'm gonna, like, be on TikTok or something to, like, take my mind off of it. But I just, like, sat there and, like, looked at the clock.
Oh my God. I know. I'm curious to see how long mine's gonna be.
Mine was, like, 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, really? Okay. That's not bad.
That was, like,
really
tough,
a lot for
man.
you? Okay.
Because I was, like, sitting there like this, and then I, like, looked. I tried. I spent, like, 20 minutes being like, all right, okay, she's got to be, like, a good way through, right? And I looked down, it's just the outline. I was like,
oh no.
And yeah, no, I mean, mostly was fine.
Okay.
I did ask her after. I was like, so I hope I didn't move too much, and she was like,
oh, damn. I know. I really am, like, gonna be so on it because I have, like, restless legs.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
no, you can't move. You can't move.
Know.
But
I'm gonna drink a lot of alcohol before.
Yeah, that'll really help.
She's gonna do it once and just be squirting out my leg, like my blood.
No, I did get a piercing after having drinks once, and the amount of blood that was, like, it was like anime, like, shooting out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I fully lied on the waiver about whatever.
No way.
They were like, you haven't drank any alcohol before this, have you? And I was like,
You're like, no.
Why do you think that?
I would never. Okay, well, I also...
oh, wait, one more thing. Can I say?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do it on my birthday, like, my actual birthday. I have to, like, ask... Well, if it works out for her, then I'll, like, take off work. But I feel like every day that you get, like, or every time, which I've only done once. But I was like, oh my God, this is, like, the best day of my life. Like, it really, like, gives you such, like, a little excitement boost.
Absolutely.
After you're done. You're like, I'm just so cute.
And you're like, and it's my birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because I feel like my birthday falls, like, within the week.
Totally.
Or a weekday. So I was like, I'm not going to, like, you know, have a party or anything that day, but, like, how do you still make it special? Like, and I was like, I do want to take off work. Like, I feel like it's just nice to do, like, a self-care day thing.
Oh, completely.
So, yeah, I'm, like, really hoping that I get to do it and she responds and everything works out.
Exciting things happening. Okay, so I went to Tribeca Film Festival very last minute. One of my friends he's like a lawyer, he's like a film lawyer basically, so a lot of contracts and things, and he was like, I convinced my work to, like, get me a Tribeca Film Festival pass.
Wow.
And so, like, last minute he goes like, do you want to come to this screening of this documentary film called Natchez? And I skimmed quickly the oh my gosh, the description, and all I saw was, like, small town in Mississippi. So I was like, okay, like, I don't, like, what is this gonna be about? Such a beautiful movie. So basically it was like a town where kind of a hub for slave trade. And there's, like, a lot of antebellum houses. And the start of it, they were talking about all these houses. Didn't really mention slaves once. And I was like, oh my God, like, is this gonna be one of those movies where it's like, they dressed up in Confederate garb, and it's just, like, all white people talking about how beautiful these, like, basically slave owner houses was? No, it's, like, such a beautiful documentary talking about this small town and how, like, there's this push and pull of all these, like, white owners of the houses basically not really wanting to talk about, like, all the enslaved people, and how they would just say, oh yeah, the owner's servants or the help, you know? But then there was, like, a lady who basically had bought this, like, big house that she learned was, like, slave quarters, and kind of her dealing with that. And there's, like, this
I feel like the amount of bad energy there, like that.
Well, but it was kind of a beautiful thing because she was like, I want to show this off. And then she talks about kind of like, we found a manifest of like all the people who lived here. And she was like, I like say their names out loud. Like I kind of be like, listen, I'm doing this for you. And there's also this like gay guy who had this whole like antebellum house. And the whole time you're like, oh my God, he's so sweet. They show him like putting this like whole LGBTQ like gala on and stuff. And then there's only like one like black tour guide who's basically telling the whole story of like the town and like the slave trade that happened and how massive it was. And he's like, oh yeah, Johnny, the gay guy up on the hill. Some people don't like him because he, uses some like off-color language. And so you're like, oh, is he like kind of saying some culturally insensitive stuff? And they wait until the last 15 minutes of the documentary to show clips of him saying the N-word. Basically being like, oh, I knew Bill Clinton and I knew Hillary Clinton and everything went downhill when she started associating with those people and like horrible racist shit that literally just makes you hate this man. You're like, oh, he's evil.
Oh my God. Well, that's like crazy storytelling just to wait till the end. But I could see that just like really.
Oh my God. But it's such beautiful. I think they did a really great job of highlighting like this kind of dichotomy between like all these people like needing to needing to be educated and kind of like these homeowners pushing back and being like, well, I don't want to, well, do we like have to talk about this stuff? And then at the end, like after it wraps, there's a Q&A usually. And one of the ladies who was there, the one who owned like, the enslaved quarters, she goes, oh, I didn't know Johnny was saying all that. So when we get back to the town, I'm going to be writing a whole thing in the paper about it. And I'm going to go all in. And everyone starts clapping and goes, yes.
Good. Oh my God.
But it was really beautiful. It's called Natchez. I don't know how you can watch it. I think it's just on like the circuit for, films right now. It was like publicly funded, but like very beautiful. So shout out to that. Anyways.
The Tribeca Film Festival, where is that, like, where do they host that? I think I've been there for, like, some kind of bike thing with Mags.
So they have, like, they kind of do it all over. So they'll have, like, showings at, like, the Village East in the East Village. And then I know they've had it in, like, Javits Center sometimes. I think they have some different, like, venues that they do things at for either smaller showings or bigger ones. Cool. But I've been like super lucky to I think be able to go almost every year, just like by usually like who brought me this time, Ryan, he'll like invite me, or I think 2-3 years ago like I had another friend who invited me, and usually like I always see something really cool. So shout out Tribeca Film Festival. That was a really good time. And then we went to something that we both can talk about.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
So I, did this thing for FOLX, which is where I get my hormones from. They're a queer healthcare company. And they put on this comedy show to like raise money and things at Gotham Comedy Club in Chelsea. And I got 4 free tickets to it. The communications director, shout out Madison, you're great. She like sends me an email and she was like, hey, we want to give you 4 free tickets with this. Such a great comedy show. There were like 3 trans women, like a trans guy, like so funny. Like
we were like hysterically laughing, dying. Like I think we went on a Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday? Yeah, I think it was like a Wednesday.
Yeah, it was like a really random day too, and we went to Hotel Chelsea before, got drinks, And then you have a 2-drink minimum there. So
Yeah.
we were literally drunk off our asses.
Oh my God. Which is what they want.
This is what they want. But oh my God, it's some of the best comedy I've seen in so long. We were cracking up,
my gosh,
scream laughing.
And the crowd was so good as well. Like, oh my God, some of the funniest jokes, so successful. And I was super happy, you know, like I said, I knew Madison, who she was the one who like put it all on. And I'm like, shout out, like when, you know, like I know the feeling of like putting some like show on or something or putting some event on. And then it's just like so gratifying when it comes out. And I literally was like, girl, you ate. Like, the whole lineup was so effing funny. Like, legitimately, I loved every single comic. I thought they were all like really funny.
Yeah. Sometimes you go to a show and they have like a few comics and like, all right, these 3 didn't do as well. I actually was going to talk about on Friday, I went to one with Max at the Union Hall. Such millennial humor was like so devastating. And also I don't really go to that many comedy shows. Like, sorry. All we do is just
getting
like
choked up.
No, I haven't done like 2 comedy shows in 1 week in a minute, but like it just really made me realize how much better the FOLX one was. Like they really knocked that out of the park.
Oh, okay. Gay people always have the best. Gay and queer people always have the best sense of humor, and I was just like, it's always going to be great. Like trauma.
They give us stickers.
Yes,
yes. Take your meds.
I know I got one when I did this shoot for folks that says gender affirming care saves lives. And then you put that on and I'm like, shout out. It was such good vibes. Like, yeah, I'm so glad I went. Cause you're right. Like you go to a comedy show and then literally you're just like, what? Like, what are they saying?
I have to tell you about this one time when Max and I went to the worst comedy show ever. It was like the Little Cupboard or something in Bushwick. And we there's 2 shows in one night. And we go to the second one. And we went like on a double date with another couple, and when we go there, the whole crowd leaves and nobody else comes in. So it's 4 of us.
I've done that. I've done that.
Every single comedian like bombed. Like I don't know if it was like they were like very like new aspiring comics, but like I hate to not be supporting people.
Of course.
But these people need to go get a day job because there was no comedy.
Oh my God.
It was literally they were just like saying like offensive humor, but like not even humor.
That is comedy.
No,
okay, talking about how women should be in the kitchen. Like,
it was just like so bad, and like then they started getting mad at us for not laughing.
No way.
Yeah, and then they were like screaming at us like while we're sitting there, and I was like, me and Max and the other couple, like we had just like smoked a little bit, so when we were getting like screamed at, we were like,
oh my God.
Oh my God. And I swear to God, like I like will support people and like, but that was
you throw
like
them some laughs. Like,
yeah,
some
I was like trying to laugh, but like she's just sitting there talking about how she's getting an abortion, but like and how horrible her life is, how she doesn't have health insurance, and we were just, but like literally like just those lines. There was no like jokes or anything, so I was just like, I just like feel bad for you, but like. There was nowhere.
You're like, babe, where's the joke? Like,
yeah, and I was just like, I want to laugh. I'm here to laugh. I don't want you to do badly, but like it was just like so uncomfortable. And then after, like they were literally like mad at us, and then like the comics who were watching on the side were like doing like, like to like try and amp us up or something. And then after, there was a bodega next door and we went to go get something and they were there and they were like, you guys really could have just like done more. And
what? You're like, you should have been funnier. Like,
I'm sorry, man. Like, I like to laugh. I'm here to laugh. Like, give me something. Give me a bone. Like, I will laugh if you put a joke out.
No,
anyway, yeah.
I've been there before. I was like, it was me and like 2 other friends. We were 3 of like 7. Basically, and we definitely we had like just smoked before that, so we were high, and which helped, but they were like actually funny. Everybody was actually like laughing. Obviously, I feel like you do have to ramp it up sometimes.
Yeah, but, I mean that literally has traumatized me to now. Every time I go to a comedy show, it's like even if the laugh was or the joke wasn't as funny, I'll give them a little chuckle, but totally. I'm like also do you kind of like need to go in life experiences where if you bomb, like, oh, can't sugarcoat that. Like, you need
No.
to like up your jokes, learn from that. Maybe like
I
maybe this
bombed
isn't for you, or maybe you
literally.
need to like really focus on writing your jokes and stepping it up. Like, New York is tough.
No, like I've bombed while like singing before. And that shit's horrible because in the moment, like, you're doing horrible. Yeah, but then you leave and you're like, oh, okay, like clearly that didn't work. Like, gotta workshop a couple things. I feel like it's crazy when you're like, why aren't you laughing at my jokes? And
No,
it's like,
that was so awkward,
what
and
do
we
you
were
mean?
just like, I'm just an audience
You're like,
member.
you doing this is making me not want to laugh even more.
I know, and I was
Like,
just like, I'm feeling really attacked right now. But yeah, so I have been to a lot of comedy and I've laughed a lot, but I apologize for my lack of laughter this one instant.
oh my God.
Okay, I also went to the No Kings protest yesterday.
Mhm.
Oh my God, it was the most crowded protest I've ever seen.
I was seeing the videos and photos and I was like, damn, like that,
Yeah.
it's really great to see.
I tried to meet up with like 4 people, and our mistake was like not meeting up beforehand.
Uh-huh.
So like it took me 40 minutes just to find Max.
Ah.
And then I was trying to find Sinead, never got to find Sinead.
Oh my
We were trying to
God.
find Max's brother, never found him. Another one of my friends.
It's
couldn't
hard.
Find.
It's hard.
But it was just like such a huge sea of people, which was like so
Totally.
amazing. But yeah, like I was kind of nervous and scared to go because I had been seeing all things in LA where like the police were fucking attacking people.
Oh, they'd instigate so bad. The pigs
Yeah.
and the NYPD. Like,
Yeah. So I was like, okay, this could like really get out of hand. I know like nobody wants it to, so
no.
but it was great. It was beautiful. It was like I don't know. I've gone to a lot of protests and like I always get this feeling when you're in a crowd of other people that are like fighting for your rights and stuff and
Of course.
freedom and whatever, that you're like, oh my gosh, like there are people that care and we're
No, there's strength
united.
in numbers.
Exactly.
Like, community's so important.
Yeah, we were like marching down Fifth Ave, and there was a point where we were at an elevation, and I could see the entire length of Fifth Ave. And as far as I can see, we all know I have bad eyesight. But like I could not see the end of people, and we walked for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I think it was down to Madison Square Park, wasn't it?
We only made it like 15 blocks or something.
Really?
But like, oh my God, I was exhausted after.
Oh my, I can imagine.
Yeah.
You're like yelling and everything.
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh my God. No, the people that like start chants, I was like, holy shit, like you have to use like your whole chest.
So much.
Yeah, but like we were like yelling and doing the gig. It was great. I loved it. I really wanted to make this sign, but it was like dumping rain, so I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't have to carry around this like wet
piece of cardboard like,
around. But oh my God, yeah, no. It was good. I was like really like prepared to get like maced in the face, and I did it. So I'm super happy about that.
Always a win. Always a win.
Always a win. And like it was so amazing to see the whole country do that. Like there was like 2,000 protests.
Legitimately, like
Yeah.
it's shout out. That also, like, at the same time Trump's military parade was happening. Though, let's take a break. Come back. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about stupid Uber CEO, Zohran Mamdani. So, we'll be right back. Okay, babes, we're back. Took a little break. Pop culture. F the Uber CEO. Okay, said some shit about, well, we support Mr. Trump and we support all the things he's doing or whatever. And I feel conflicted. Because I'm like, now I definitely don't want to support Uber, but also like, it's a gig thing. And I feel like then, oh my God, am I not supporting these, like, people who are driving Uber? Like, it's kind of this weird thing where I'm like, damn, like, what should I do? I feel like I do keep supporting,
Yeah, maybe just tip, your
Right,
drivers
tip
as much
better.
as you can. But like,
Totally.
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like tough. Like with capitalism, you kind of have to do what you can, because it's like,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, there's things like I saw this girl was like, "Oh, Brandy Melville is such a bad company, but like their clothes fit so good," and it's like, okay, well, you can boycott that. Like you don't have to buy that. There's hundreds of other brands that have clothing that fits nicely. But like I guess with Uber, your only other options are Lyft, really, or like taxi.
Which it's always Lyft is always way more expensive. These are I don't know. As we're like
Yeah.
talking about it, I'm like, this is dumb. These are so first world problems.
No,
Like
I agree, and it's like I don't know, when you're kind of poor, it's like what can you really do?
That's the thing. F the Uber CEO though. F the Uber CEO.
Yeah, conscious consumerism. We try.
Right.
Yeah, try. Like be aware, and if you can take an alternative, do it.
And yeah, have you seen these these videos coming out of Trump's military parade? Literally empty and silent. No band playing, no drums going. And honestly, it made me laugh so bad because I'm like, yeah, this is like so indicative of everything.
Yeah,
like,
I think he was like giving a speech, and there was like the military behind him, like falling asleep.
So it's so funny. F him. That's all I have to say. Flop. Flop Tina. Okay.
I saw he got like the idea from Emmanuel Macron, the French president, but I think he was like invited to go to Bastille Day, which is like their 4th of July. However, it's not like a military pride
and the
thing.
walls kept tumbling down.
Oh God, tomato. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's not like a thing where they're just like celebrating the police. It's like just meant to be an Independence Day thing. So
So ridiculous.
I don't know. He's like, it's like picking and choosing what to do. Like so weird. This is like very authoritative state, like trying to show off our army.
Oh, legitimately.
Also
so
saw
insane.
that like it cost $45 million, which is something that he could have put money towards like homeless veterans. They said that
No, oh my God, never.
No, he never
right?
would have.
Never,
But,
no.
like,
It's all performative.
Of course, like, and it's not ever meant to like actually be about the military. It's about to be like, this is my authoritative regime. I can put this giant
complete
military on you.
narcissist, like.
But it could have fed, just if anybody cares, the $4 million could have fed homeless veterans for 4 months. So glad it went into a parade that no one went to.
Legitimately, ugh. Okay, girl, Zohran Mamdani. If you do not know who this man is, which I feel like you might, because he's got like 500,000 followers on Instagram now. Like, he's probably gonna be the new NYC mayor. Democratic socialist.
If we can get there. If you don't know, can I say a few of his policies?
Say a few policies.
So he wants free buses, which would be amazing, and he would up like the buses so that you actually run on time, that they're they are quicker, because a lot of times, I don't know about you if you've taken the bus, but like when I would do it in Lower East Side, because there's not really subways, that bitch does not come very often. No. It's very slow.
Especially after dark. If you're trying to ride on a bus after the sun sets, it's like, girl, it could be here in 10 minutes or it could be here tomorrow morning.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like it's just an amazing thing that, like, since the subway fare is so high now, give people an alternative option, and you won't see fare evaders as much and things like that.
Absolutely.
But still jump the turnstile.
Yeah. No, you don't. In Minecraft, you do, right?
Right, in Minecraft. But like, also that's one way to get the. Anyway, whatever. Okay, and then government subsidized grocery stores.
Do you want it? Yeah, but you talk about it. You talk about it.
So they are already running programs where they're putting in like $120 million into funding privately owned grocery stores, but these grocery stores don't actually have to follow WIC or like these kind of programs that would help lower the cost of groceries.
I like growing up, my family was on WIC. Like it benefited us so much. Also, the fruit stands in New York City are subsidized as well.
I didn't know that. Very cool. But yeah, like they don't actually need to lower prices or anything like that. So with a government funded one, the price of like eggs and milk would actually go down, and they would be sold at the wholesale price. And they don't have to like up the rent because they're not for profit. And also they're they don't have to up the prices of these items because they're not for profit. The actual grocery store will be, they don't have to pay rent, so there's also like that cost is just going to help lower the prices of goods. They would have one of these in every borough. I kind of hope that they put more than one, but I think they're just testing it out first. It's like a $60 million initiative.
A pilot program thing.
Yes.
I think that's why I do like him, because most of the things he's talked about, because I'm a very skeptical person when it comes to any politicians.
Agreed.
And like, I am just so untrusting and mean, like, anything you say out of your mouth, you're just kind of saying to get elected. Most of the things he's saying, he's like, no, these are already established. These have already been done. Freezing the rent, de Blasio did that.
Yeah.
You know, like there are things that have already been done, so we know we can do them again. And I really like that he's just running off of that affordableness and saying, listen, you know, everybody else is being like, well, we can't do that. Well, it's too much money. And he's like, no, you see neighboring states like Jersey who put like a billionaire tax, and they've raised a shit ton of money.
Corporations, he's going to put an 11% tax, which is exactly what Jersey has.
And I think like Massachusetts as well and stuff, like so many other places have it. So when you hear people being like, well, we can't do that. We can't, everybody's going to leave. I'm like, no, they're not. It's New York. You think the billionaires are going to leave here?
Yeah. Also, he wants to like build affordable housing in places that are actually in New York, because like everyone's being pushed out to Jersey and all these other places that like people that built this city can't be here.
Legitimately. And it's like the only housing that's basically being built is luxury housing that nobody can afford. Or the affordable housing is like
not affordable.
Oh no, it's like, oh, for a family of 4, they have to be like making $300K or something like that. And you're like, what? Like that's not a real number, but it's just not realistic.
It is low key like something along that line. Not $300K, but I think it's very high. I was like trying to look at the affordable housing lottery, and it's way more than what I pay now.
Like I know, like I have personally known like you know, mothers who have you know, who are like working at a grocery store, who are making probably like $30,000 to $35,000 a year, and then they have a husband who's probably making the same amount. That's only $70K in the household. Yeah. So then they're like, oh well, if you're a family of 4 or more, you have to have like an $80K cap or something. Like, it's so crazy just how brain dead all of these numbers are and just aren't realistic to what actual New Yorkers are experiencing, you know?
Yeah, he wants a $30 minimum wage. Isn't that right?
Something like that, which I feel like there have to be a compromise with that. But at the same time, like, I do believe that, you know, most of these things he's saying on here are realistic. And also, he's a Democratic Socialist, and he might actually effing win. Like, when does that happen? Usually, like, never. It's like socialism is like the dirty bad word that nobody should say. But I'm like, no, I think the messaging has been really focused on saying, listen, New Yorkers, we're going to make this affordable for you. Like, that is the main scourge on this city, is that it's not affordable.
Agreed. Also, like, just forgot what I was gonna say. It's gone. But like, he just has done so many things. Oh, here it is. He had this thing where he was like talking about why when he talks to people who did vote for Trump, it was because of the price of things for eggs and groceries and whatever, and they believed that Trump would like actually give them money. Maybe it's because like the stimmy check or something.
I think it's just like messaging too, of them just like believing anything that Trump is going to say, because in reality, like, that wasn't true, and like he raised taxes. Excuse me, you know, like,
so like his policies, Zohran's policies actually do go into directly making people's lives better.
Absolutely,
which would be amazing. I hope, you know, like, everyone thinks, oh, so this is like too optimistic. Like, what can one guy really do? But like, fucking Cuomo do a lot harassment shit. Okay,
oh my God.
He's been actually making it happen. So
how many? I think it's 11 sexual harassment lawsuits. Covered up all the deaths of nursing homes. Have taken money from literally all these billionaires. But no, Zohran, like, with the free buses stuff, he already won free bus pilots one free bus line in each of like the boroughs. Like he's done very proven things, which I appreciate, which I'm like, okay, you're actually showing your work and not just being like, we're gonna lower the cost of things, and then when you say how,
he actually like
gives some answer.
has answers immediately, and it's like, oh, these are actually common sense things. Like the one thing he was talking about too that I really liked was coming after landlords. Like no more like just, and since we had that friggin' landlord or apartment horror stories, like it was all because of these horrible landlords.
Of course.
And we were both in scenarios where we could have done. He's offering this thing where you can call an inspector and make an appointment so you know when they will actually show up and show them things. And if the landlord doesn't actually fix these things, as long as they're actual, really violating things for health or safety, the city's gonna take the apartment back if they don't comply.
No, I think that's great because obviously Adams is in the deep pockets of the landlord lobby, and he loves. So many of the mayors have just loved to give the landlords just a good gawk 3,000, and like it's so insane. This is all to say, yes, let's elect him. Like, let's get him elected as mayor. Things remain to be seen. Is this all gonna happen? I feel like he's being realistic about things. I'm optimistic. Now, is it not over until it's over? Yeah. Like, I really am just like, oh my God. Like,
I hope he gets it.
I hope this happens.
Also, register to vote.
Actually, no, you can't. It was the last day.
Yesterday.
Yeah. And I think this is going to come out. This might come out a couple days before the election. So vote. So go vote.
Well, I registered to vote yesterday on the last day. And so if you were thinking that you couldn't register to vote, you can't now, but you could have, even if you don't have a real New York ID or anything, you just need 30 days of proof. Because I still have to go get my driver's license for New York. Like I need to go to the DMV.
Oh, but, totally.
Yeah. So you get your shit together. Go get your stuff for the next one.
Get your ish together.
You need to vote. It's important.
Cuomo, don't rank Cuomo.
Don't rank Cuomo. And so many of the transplants, you need to go get your shit together and start voting locally as well.
Oh, it's like less than 20% of New Yorkers voted in the last election, and it was a lot of old people.
Yeah, he won by 7,000 votes or something stupid.
Exactly, and it's because people ranked Adams as their fifth one. That's why they're saying do not rank Cuomo. Do not put him even as your number 5. There's so many other people who would be even better choices than him,
Yeah, the way that I think it's pretty new, this kind of system where they do ranked instead of having 1 or 2 options. You can rank, I think 1 through 5, something like that.
Exactly.
And people will say oh, well, I'm only putting 1 person down, and then that's a waste. Don't do that. Put everybody but Cuomo, honestly.
No, legitimately.
And then that way you'll be able to actually have your choice counted, because I don't really know how the rest of it works, but if you don't rank, your voice is not being heard.
Absolutely. I'm excited for that though, depending on what happens.
One other thing I'll say is Cuomo has been putting out racist ads, lengthening Zohran's beard,
darkening it, making him more ethnic, just blatant Islamophobia.
Yeah, it's really fucked. They put it in their mailers too, just scare people.
Well, the thing I saw was that they did not get permission from the photographer to use it, and she possibly is going to be suing the PAC that put it together.
Oh, that's great. I hope that works out.
Yeah, some freaking intern did that shit.
Oh, I'm dead.
Something. But
did
shut up for that.
Hear about people who were suing the government for putting the wrong sex on their passport and winning?
Really? No,
I just heard about that last night. It's amazing.
Oh my God. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, so you can sue. You can sue the government, and you will not most likely, but you can win.
Right? I feel right now it's just showing us how important the checks and balances are of our 3 branches of the government. The judicial branch is doing a
lot
lot right now.
Yeah.
Like literally all of these judges that are striking down all of these illegal orders and actions that the executive branch are taking, like
all the ICE stuff.
Legitimately.
Like, thank God for these local elections that we put people in power that actually have our best interests at heart.
Absolutely. Like, I think honestly, and we're seeing right now that there is like a shift to the blue in local elections. There's been a lot of like red districts that have been red historically that have switched now and have elected democratic and left-leaning people, which I think is just kind of so indicative of how it may look like the president's really red right now, but at the same time at a local level we are shifting into like, you can't even say left. It's less right-leaning politics. Obviously, the USA is still not even left-wing. Like, we're still basically center and then right of center. But anyways.
Yeah. Well, we're fighting back. We're doing what we can. Okay?
Exactly.
Register to vote. Speaking of more Republican losses, there was a fight at the White House. Well, okay, so you know how like Elon's black eye.
It's like, my son gave it to me, and I called BS. I called BS on that.
Yeah, we knew that shit was wrong, but like apparently he was getting in a fight with the treasurer.
Some freaking guy.
Some
who
white
was
guy.
Like 65, by the way, as well.
Like an old ass guy who was definitely older than Elon.
Totally.
But like, I think I honestly can't give you the whole story, but they
Elon
were
like shoved him. And then that guy, I guess, gave him a mean left hook or something. But we love to see it.
Yeah, we love male violence.
Oh my God. I don't. Maybe
that's exactly what we're endorsing here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, did you see Renee Rapp's episode of
where she was like, "You need to be employed"? Is that? Oh no. I'm talking about the chicken shop date or something.
No. Renee Rapp had a good episode with Z-Way, and she was just like, "Yeah, bring back violence, bring back like stabbing people." I think she was talking about like Tory Lanez and how people are. Honestly, next week we got to talk about this Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez stuff. I have so many opinions on that.
I did see Renee Rapp go into like a tangent about unemployed people, and I was like,
shout out.
I'm sorry. I get a job. You guys, we need to work. Like I haven't like honestly, there's nothing scarier to me than like the really rich New York like trust fund kids. I don't know how people are going through life like not working.
It's crazy. It really is crazy.
You like think that everybody's working hard. Like all my friends and I, we've had 3 jobs at one point at least. And then like you just hear like about these stories of these like Manhattanites that just like don't work, and I'm like, oh.
Like, that sounds like a nice effing life. Like,
yeah, no, I'm really just jealous. That's what it is. But, like, that's actually so wild. I didn't realize there were that many rich people around me all the time. So. I'm
jealous of their situation, not jealous of them. Absolutely not jealous of them. Okay, this is the episode of Cuts. We're just going to close it out. I feel like we had a great conversation today. Long podcast, too. Mm-hmm. Like, we really were going.
Yep.
Media Rex, Welcome to My Island, Caroline Polachek, The Remix, George Daniel, and Charlie XCX. So great. Also, that Renee Rapp Z-Way interview. I thought it was funny. Like, it's really great to see someone just go along with Z-Way and all her, like, she is honestly one of my favorite interviewers. I love Z-Way.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny. She, like, puts the pressure on.
Yes.
I feel like
so great.
I would be so nervous just to get on there.
I would love to go on. That'd be so fun for me.
Because you would match that energy.
Totally.
I loved the Julia Fox one where she was just like, as an Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I do have a rec. Licky Lee, she just put out a bunch of like covers, and they're all really gorgeous.
Okay,
so
nice.
Recommend. Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. Like the video, comment something, and girl, we'll see you in episode 15. Bye.